guys, it's Taylor and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. This video is our what I read in February reviews, ratings, and all the good things that we love here on booktube. So if you watched my January what I read a lot more books in January. I just had a lot more time, but I still did try and get a good amount of books in this month. I think I read 8 books this month, if I'm correct. The first book that I started the month off with was Untamed Shores. I actually have not really heard of this book before. I bought it because in my Barnes & Noble they had a little like post-it underneath it that was like, if you like Verity by Colleen Hoover, you will love this book. And I'm not gonna lie, I did not like this book at all, and I don't really know why they were comparing it to Verity. Overall, it has a 3.83 stars on Goodreads, so I don't know, maybe my opinion is unpopular. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't horrible, but I think because I went into it with the expectations of it being like Verity level good, it like didn't seem as good. Basically this follows a girl who lives in Mexico and she's trying to make it big, but her mom like doesn't really want her to, and she ends up working for like a family from America, and there's just like a lot of like twists and stuff that happen. They don't turn out to be like who she thought they were, but the ending was just kind of like, it didn't leave me like feeling good. So I don't know, wasn't my favorite, but it is a very pretty cover. And yeah, second book we read, Reminders of Him by none other than Colleen Hoover. This book did come out this month, so it was my first time getting to read a Colleen Hoover book the month that it launched, and that was really exciting because like everyone was obviously posting about it, so it was cool that we were like all reading it at the same time. I gave this one, I'm pretty sure, a 5 out of 5 star rating. Let's make sure. Okay, no, I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars, which is not very, everyone is saying it's like amazing. It does have a 4.62 rating on Goodreads. It's just not my favorite book by Colleen Hoover, and I only give like my top 2 or 3 a 5 out of 5 stars, so it was still really good. It was definitely very pulling at the heartstrings, especially if you are a mom. It was definitely more for like that audience. I feel like amazing nonetheless. Colleen Hoover, like we already know and everybody's talked about it, so I'm not gonna really talk much more about it because you guys will get bored. Next book I read, The Perfect Marriage, which this my mom actually just had, and she read it. She doesn't read, but she had this book for some reason. She's like, oh, you should try it. And I don't think I had any books to read like once I finished Reminders of Him, so I was like, sure, and I read it in literally a day and a half. It was so good. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars, only because I'm really picky with my 5 out of 5 stars, but it was really good. Literally the back just says, would you defend your husband if he was accused of killing his mistress? Like, it was so good. I was just taking a little break from my like contemporary romances, and I was moving on in to a little mystery, and this book like had me feeling like, in the beginning I was like, I know what happened, and then like it pointed the finger to so many different people and so many different like twists and turns that I literally could not figure it out, and the ending left me shocked. I literally finished this when I was at work one day, and I was like, how am I supposed to work the rest of my shift after reading this book? Next book I read was The Silent Patient. I read it actually as a hardcover book. It's actually in North Carolina with my fiance. 2 of my books that I'm going to talk about are with him because I read them while I was visiting him, and I had bought a bunch of books when I was there and I didn't have room in my suitcase, so I left the books that I did read with him already. I'm moving there this summer, so that's why I left them there. But The Silent Patient definitely worked up for all of the hype. I did give it a 5 out of 5. It has 4.14 stars on Goodreads collectively, and I think it was amazing. This was another book where I was like, I know it happened, and then the twist in the ending was literally crazy, and I was like, holy crap. I feel like sometimes when you get to the twist you can like be like, oh yeah, that makes sense, like look back on it. But I got to this twist, I was like, I did not suspect that one bit at all. Amazing. I definitely have to look back or look into this author. I don't know if she has any more books, if it's even a she. It might be a he, because that was amazing. Next I read All Your Perfects by Colleen Hoover, and this is another one that I left with my fiance. First of all, they like redid the cover, I think, because he actually bought it for me for Valentine's Day, and it's like purple with like flowers on it. I'll put it up here, and it's so pretty. And I literally didn't buy All Your Perfects when I was in Barnes & Noble a few weeks before this because it was like the old cover with like the people kissing on it, and I was like, I just don't want that on my bookshelf. Like that's not, oh my god, I'm sorry. I was like, that's just not aesthetically pleasing, but now it's so cute, and oh, I loved it, love it. And it also was such a great book. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. I might go back after I read all of Colleen Hoover's books and then decide like what my top favorites were, but this was definitely one of my favorites. It was a 4.32 rating on Goodreads, and it was following a marriage basically that was falling apart, and they were trying to fix it, and I just feel like it was just like a real book. Like there was like real issues in there. It talked a lot about infertility, which I know so many women struggle with, and I think it was great that it like covered those topics, so like those hard topics, and like show that like not every marriage is going to be perfect. And I just really liked it. There was not a huge twist at the end like most of Coho's books, but I just feel like it was a really heavy book, but like a happy-ish ending kind of, so I really liked that book. Next, I read The Love Hypothesis, which you guys are probably going to hate me, but I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars, and it has collectively a 4.4 on Goodreads. But I honestly was struggling to get through this book. Like I started like skimming through the paragraphs because I was like, I don't like this book at all. I didn't just like connect with the characters. I did not fall in love with them. I didn't really like their love story. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of hate from this because it's so freaking popular, but I didn't understand why it was so popular. I do like the cover. I like how it's very cute and like summery, I feel like. I also don't really like science. I know the book isn't about science, but like they are like scientists and stuff, and I just like could not connect to them, and I really didn't like it. Next book I read, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. As you can see, I'm starting to annotate my books. I didn't annotate those because I literally just started with like this one and All Your Perfects, but I'm starting to do that, which is really exciting. I gave this one a 5 out of 5 stars, and it collectively has a 4.48 on Goodreads, and this one definitely lived up to all of the hype that it gets on Book Talk, TikTok, blah blah blah, etc. Literally amazing, because I just loved it, and I feel like the twist at the end wasn't even like the reason why I like loved it that much. The twist was kind of like okay. I just feel like it like highlights those like issues of like women in Hollywood, being a woman like just in power, and like how men get intimidated by that, and how you have to work your way up there, and just kind of like, again, the things that like not everybody wants to talk about, and like Taylor Jenkins Reid just freaking talked about it, and I love it. And there was just so many good quotes, and I also love how it follows a story of like Evelyn had so many husbands, but yet her true love she could never be with, and why she couldn't be with her true love, because what it would do to their careers and stuff. And I think that this is probably a book that a lot of people can like almost relate to, maybe not like the being famous part, but all the other stuff. And I just think it was really great, and I actually did just pick up another Taylor Jenkins Reid that I will be reading probably this month of March. And the last book that I read, I'm actually still reading. Today is the last day of February that I'm recording this, but I'm 70% through, and I'm probably just going to finish it today because I want to get it over with. So I'm going to count it in this video, and we're going to hope that I finish it, and that is Bully by Penelope Douglas. I am reading this because I saw someone post that if you like Colleen Hoover, that she is very similar in writing styles to Colleen Hoover. And I didn't have any books to read. I actually just went to Barnes & Noble and bought a bunch today. But when I started reading this and it was on Kindle, my Kindle, for like $5, I was like, I'll just try it out. So far, I don't know. It's following like a high school couple or love interest. And I don't love reading books about high schoolers, but it is a series. I'm gonna finish it, and then I'll probably give you guys a review in next month, and I'll either keep reading the series or it'll be a one and done type thing. But that is the last book that I read in February, so that gives me 7 total, I think, or 8 total. Oh my god, wait, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Anyways, whatever. I'm either 17 or 18 books in, and it is February, so that is exciting. I am about to go record a huge book haul. I bought like so many books this month, and I'm very excited for my March like wrap up, because I think I'll be reading some really good books in March. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to keep up with what I'm up to and all whatnot, I do have a bookstagram at Pages by Page. Even though my name is Taylor, it was stolen. Taylor Page. Anyways, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me any of your book recommendations below, your Goodreads. Let's be friends. I love like the book club community on here. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one.